Could one of y'all pass the gosh darn rock? Hey, yo, I'm trying, I ain't lying, and hosting this will be Brian.
Yeah.
Posting like Kobe Bryant,
Yeah.
flying to see the pilot.
Yeah.
Hit the hezzy, we got Jesse, opinions get kinda messy. A fan of out of lefties, from football to racing jackies. He go silly when he go deep, sheesh, is Zach Zeman. Teaming up with Jack, we stack the whole team, man. Pass the rock, don't stop the shot clock.
Woo.
Smack the slap shot, come on, now let's talk. Pass the, yo, partner, pass the rock, for real.
Boy, never gets old, that intro. All right, we got some great NFL stuff to talk about, but first off, big in-season tournament game tomorrow night between the two of you. Any little chirping to do before that game starts?
Well, if it was between the two of us, the Pelicans would be going to the finals. There's no doubt.
Oh my god! Yeah, well, I guess thank God it's not. I'll put faith in my old man King James to carry us to the victory.
Well,
no, look, it should be. Look, it should be a really good game. I think that I just know every time we play LeBron, there's just the added couple of three referees that we have to deal with. So I'm hoping it's a nice, clean game, and we just see who wins.
Yeah, it should be fun. I'm honestly, I wasn't entirely sold on the whole in-season tournament thing until the last 2 days. But this elimination stage is awesome. I've had so much fun with it. Like the players actually seem to be caring. They're trying really hard. It's got great atmosphere. Vegas is gonna be really cool. I'm excited to see it.
Yep.
So I'll ask the question that's on everybody's mind. How does the in-season tournament affect LeBron's legacy? If the Lakers win, what does that do for his GOAT argument?
I mean, realistically, not much. I think he's excited to have the opportunity to put something else on his resume. I mean, they asked him sort of about this last night after the game, and he basically just said, like, look, like, it doesn't matter that much of the grand scheme of things, but this is something that we can compete for, and I love competing. So I'm going to go out there and compete. So I think, does it add much? No. But sure, just another trophy to put on his mantelpiece. I don't think he's going to complain about that.
Yeah, look, I saw a post on X last night about how Michael Jordan had 0 IST wins, and LeBron has, 5 now? Yeah, it does nothing. All those lost finals, that's the problem for LeBron. So,
Okay, but if he loses in an in-season tournament final, now does that add fuel to the fire?
no, because I think that's like, okay, we can go back to December 4th, 1995, and Michael Jordan lost to the Charlotte Hornets, and it means just as much.
Right.
All right, look, I'm not one to argue, but I think Jack's right. LeBron loves to win. Anytime there's an opportunity for him to win something else, he's going to go after it. And on the same note, this is a bonus question from a fan in the audience. If LeBron wins a ring as a coach, does that elevate him in the GOAT argument? If he starts coaching, goes on his Steve Kerr, Phil Jackson arc, wins one, maybe more, maybe multiple rings, how does that affect his GOAT status?
It's a completely different thing. I mean, you're the GOAT as the player, and then it's maybe he can become like the overall basketball GOAT. Maybe he could steal that crown from Phil Jackson, who I believe is the Zen master, the one and only GOAT. But I don't know. I think that you have to separate the player from the coach in that scenario.
Yeah, I mean, I'd have to think about. I mean, in that scenario, is Steve Kerr better than him? You know, like, are we like comparing that in that way?
It's not just rings. I would say his career as a player, which is arguably one of the best, where Steve Kerr, Phil Jackson, none of them could hold the candle to LeBron or
Right.
Michael as a player. But LeBron's stature as a player, plus then he becomes a coach and wins one, maybe 2 rings, catches MJ in the 6 rings, all of a sudden it's a conversation.
I don't think so. I think in the end it's player versus player. It's enough of an argument, and he's made it a better argument towards the end of his career. I think it's totally generational. I'm always going to vote Jordan. A, because he didn't lose any finals, and B, because he did it all with one team. But that's just because I'm the old guy. The young guy is probably going to lean LeBron James, and they're both pretty awesome. So,
And I also
like, what are we
totally have
arguing
no
about?
bias whatsoever.
Right. Well, that's
I
his
will
Pacers
just
championship.
I will just always think that the losing finals stuff is just such BS because Michael only made 6. LeBron's made what, 11, 10? Like, so I just think in every other sport you would rather make more than not. I for all the arguments that you could say Michael Jordan, I just think the fact that he's never lost, okay, but how many playoff losses does he have? How many times did they just miss the playoffs, or so
Yeah.
I would always lean LeBron. You're right, it's a generational thing, but I think that perhaps as the overall basketball GOAT, I still think that title actually goes to Kareem with what he did in college and what he did in the NBA, all of the all-time records he holds. But I'd say LeBron, if he were to win a ring as Le GM, Le Coach, I think that he could get there.
It's also, Bill Russell has a lot to say
Yeah.
about a lot because of the number of championships he won. Now, as
Plumbers.
JJ Redick says, he was playing against plumbers, but so it's all weird. I do want to just comment on the comment we have from Dax. Bron also needs a super team. Michael Jordan was never chasing, can I get this guy together and this guy together in this one situation? And I really have a lot of respect for LeBron. I don't sound like it, but when you come down to this argument, you got to choose sides. And
yeah, but Jordan didn't have to, though. Jordan already had it. He had it built in.
The only difference with LeBron is they built the super team around Jordan, whereas LeBron went somewhere that was willing to build around him.
Yeah.
But in those days, it wasn't, it was all homegrown talent in the first 3 championships.
Well, yeah, it's a completely different league, too.
Yeah,
I mean,
right.
like the Jordan era, there was far less player movement than you see today. And
right.
I mean, players have less patience today. If you can't build a team around them quickly, they're out of there.
Yeah, agreed. We'll never solve it. It'll always be something. And then whoever comes up next will think you guys are the old guys, and they'll win.
It's the beauty of life. All right. Well, with all of that, let's actually give our predictions. So let's do our in-season tournament predictions for the final. So I'm going to go first. We got Lakers, Pelicans, and we got Pacers, Bucks. I'm taking the Pacers, and I'm taking the Lakers, and I'm taking the Pacers to go all the way. Tyrese Halliburton, the boys in Indy have something to play for. They've got a wild amount of players on the roster earning like less than $2 or $3 million. I know only $2 or $3 million, but that $500K a player, they're playing for it. And the Pacers, I don't think that they're gonna beat the Bucks in the playoffs, but I think in this one game, win or go home, I'm taking Tyrese Halliburton. They've been playing unbelievable, and I'm taking the Lakers on the other side. I'm not going to bet against LeBron in that situation against the Pelicans, but I do think the Pacers are going to win it all, and they're going to be the in-season tournament champions. Jack.
Well, somehow I am actually repping both of the teams that I picked to make the finals. The Milwaukee Bucks and the LA Lakers.
No way you have an in-season tournament shirt on.
Yeah, how do you
have that? So I don't know why I chose to put this on today, but I went to the first in-season tournament game for the Bucks and got this shirt, and I just decided to wear it today, and here we are. I've got a Bucks shirt on. The Lakers had. Both those teams are winning. Look, you got true competitors on both sides. Giannis wants to win this thing. He clearly showed it out in that Knicks game last night. And then LeBron, I think, has the exact same mindset. He's putting his pedal to the metal. He wants to win this thing. He wants his $500K. And then in the championship, I'm going to be biased and pick my LA Lakers. I really do think that LeBron wants this. I think AD wants this. I think this team is motivated to win this tournament. They haven't lost a game in the tournament yet. And I just think that they've got a fire under them to win this thing.
I would love. It's interesting that you say AD is motivated. I can't really tell the difference when he's motivated and when he's not. And I don't just say that with him.
Motivated.
I don't say that just with him as a Laker. Even when he was a Pelican, I was like, are you in on this game? I don't know. I think it's going to be Bucks Lakers. I just don't think the NBA wants the Pelicans and the Pacers to be playing, even though I think that would be the best finals game. And I'm not saying it's going to be fixed, but I'm just saying that the court's going to lean an inch or two one way or the other. And so I think the Lakers get that win. I think both games are going to be highly competitive because I think all 4 teams really want it. to see Matt Ryan win $500,000 would be a huge thing. So I would love for the Pacers and Pelicans to meet, but I just think in the end, the old guard's going to be there. I don't believe Giannis for a second last night when he said he didn't realize that they just won $100,000 for getting to the Final Four. I think he's full of it. I think he knows exactly what's at stake, and especially the 13th guy on the end of the bench knows what's at stake when he gets that 100K. So yeah, I agree with Jack that it's Bucks Lakers, but I think the Bucks just decide they know they can't play defense. They're not going to, and they're going to try to win 140 to 130 in the final, and so the Bucks win.
I just can't wait for what this Bucks Pacers score is going to be after 146, 130 about last night in the Knicks game, and the Pacers have been scoring 130, 140 on average. So we might see that the over-under for this game should be at like 288 or something, like ridiculous in regulation. Speaking of over-unders, on the complete opposite end of the spectrum, we have Patriots-Steelers coming up on Thursday night. I believe the over-under for that was set at 30 flat. I don't know what the line is moved to now. Yeah, it's a tough one. So is the Steelers offense putting up more than 16 points? And can they win even if they don't, Jack?
I would be shocked if they did put up more than 16, and I would also be shocked if they lost. So, I think the Steelers' offense is going to look abysmal, and I think the Patriots' offense is going to look even worse. I think this is going to be – if you think this game is going to be putrid, it's going to be even worse than your expectations.
Oh, I think it's going to be a beautifully played, highly defensive game, not because the defenses will show out, although maybe the Pats will a little bit. These offenses are so bad, and if the Steelers don't have Kenny Pickett, it's just going to be that much worse. It's the lowest over-under in like 30 years, and I don't see a scenario where it gets over half of the over-under. Like, it's just depressing. I do think there will be a touchdown scored. I would not bet against that, though, because one of these defenses is going to score a touchdown.
I don't know. I think that this could be a sneaky, not high scoring, but a sneaky over. Not over much, but over 30.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be, my score prediction for the game is 17-16 for the Patriots. But tell me if this is a good bet. The anytime touchdown bet of no one scoring a touchdown is plus 1,500, which is slightly lower than Pat Freiermuth scoring a touchdown. He's plus 1,400. And then everybody not named like Deontay, Pickens, Najee, Warren, all of those people are higher. That's it. And Zeke, that's it. Everybody else is less likely than no touchdown.
I want to know what it is for a defensive touchdown, because I think that is like the most likely touchdown score in this game.
Is Ramondre out? Ramondre Stevenson out?
Zeke is playing.
Yeah. So look, 15-1 odds. It's worth a throwdown. I mean, it could definitely happen. I just worry that it's going to happen with a strip sack, fumble, touchdown by one of these two teams, and then you're going to be sad that it happened. I agree with Jack. Bet the defense.
Pittsburgh defense is pretty high, plus 650. New England defense is also up there, pretty high as well. So I would go Pittsburgh defense is pretty likely. It is Bailey Zappi starting again for, I don't know why. I personally think Mac Jones, as bad as he looked, has earned it. I mean, he beat the Bills. Bailey Zappi in the games that he's played has scored even less points than Mac Jones was putting up. So
just call Malik Cunningham. I don't know why they don't. He can't be worse. At least he can move around in the pocket.
Yeah, honestly, they probably won't start him because Bill fears that he actually might wind up winning a game by accident. So that's probably
what if they just run? See, the problem is if they had Stevenson, they could just run the wing T and not use a quarterback. Just literally go sweep right, sweep left, or anything up the middle and just run the ball.
That's disgusting, but it's probably better than their current offense.
Yeah,
honestly,
exactly.
I'm interested as to what the result will be if they just ran it 4 times in a row every single possession and see how many points they come away with. My prediction, 17-16 for this game for the Patriots. Again, the Steelers have what? They're 7-5, and the Patriots are 2-10. to me, these teams still look like they're on the same playing field. So I'm going to give the edge to the Patriots tonight. And Mitch Trubisky said he's going to be aggressive and they want to score. That means nothing. Obviously, everyone wants to score. He's not doing it. This defense is clamping down. Give me the Patriots.
How can you be an NFL reporter, be in the room when he says that, and not just laugh? Like, what are you talking about?
He said, yeah, I mean, we want to score. This is a good defense, so we're going to have to go out there and, take care of the ball, be aggressive. Like the most AI-generated response you've ever
We
heard.
are super going to try on Thursday.
We're going to try hard, man.
I think the Pats defense shuts them down, and the Steelers defense scores a touchdown and wins 7-6. And the problem is none of us will be watching it because by that time, Lakers Pelicans will be on.
That is very fair. Now, I've got Steelers 13, Patriots 3. I think that feels about right. I think the Pats get a field goal in there. They're not going to get shut out like they did last week. And the Steelers, I think, get a defensive touchdown and a couple field goals. That's the way I see this going. So it's brutal.
Could you imagine if a Super Bowl ended 13-3? That would be such a boring game. Anyway, all right. So we are moving on from Steelers Patriots. We accidentally talked about that for 5 minutes, so we are way behind schedule now. Too much time allotted to the Steelers and the Patriots. So
definitely,
who is your must-start fantasy player for the fantasy playoffs? I'm gonna give it to Brian first.
All right, I'm going with somebody I just traded for in a league, and it's Devontae Smith because he's not one of your, I guess, top guys, but I'm going to be leaning on him pretty heavily with this team where I just acquired him. The Eagles have a schedule that's really winnable starting this week. Everybody, says everything about, the Cowboys defense, but the Cowboys defense the last couple of weeks has been giving up yards. So I think he can score on that. Then they go at Seattle, New York Giants, and Arizona. And if you play in week 18, which you shouldn't, at New York Giants. Now they may not, the starters may not be playing that last week, but he's got a good schedule. I think you're going to ride him for the entire playoffs, and he could bring you a championship.
I like that pick a lot. Eagles, it's a shame that they don't get to play the Giants again in most leagues because that's just a juicy matchup. All right, go ahead, Jack.
All right, I'm going to go with Rachaad White, who's a guy who has been outstanding this year in fantasy. I think he's the RB5 on the season right now, but since week 7, he's had 16, 18, 28, 17, 17, 13, and 19.5. I mean, that is outstanding numbers, great consistency. And then his last 4 games of this fantasy season, it's Atlanta, Green Bay, Jacksonville, and New Orleans, which you're not playing the worst of the worst defenses, but you're not playing any defense that's striking fear into your heart. So it's a relatively decent schedule, a guy that's been ultra consistent this year, and which is not his MO in the past. But I think at this point, he's a must-start player that's going to win you some championships.
He has been awesome. Just real quick comment on Rachaad White. I had no faith in him early in the season, and I'm in this daily fantasy thing, and I run him every week because he catches 8 balls and he scores a touchdown every single week, no matter who he plays. And he's still pretty cheap in that. So he's been impressive. The Bucs have not been, but he's carrying him.
Well, my must-start player for the fantasy playoffs is Mike Evans. Sticking with the Bucs, he has been absolutely money the last couple of weeks. Over 1,000 yards for the 10th straight season. Only him and Jerry Rice in NFL history have more than that. Bona fide Hall of Famer. He's been playing like it. Baker Mayfield loves him. It's really sad how bad of a year Chris Godwin is having because we know that Chris Godwin is honestly, I would say he's right there in terms of the level of talent with Evans. I'd say Evans is the 1A and Godwin's is the 1B, but this year it's just been all Mike Evans, and he was phenomenal last week, going over 140 yards and a touchdown. And it seems like he's scoring almost every single week. He's had a top 10 finish like 3 of the last 4 weeks in fantasy. He's been super money. He has, again, a very nice schedule for the playoffs coming up. They're going to keep throwing him the ball. This Bucs offense can score, and Baker just loves throwing it to Mike. So Mike Evans is my fantasy playoff hero, and I'm going to take him to the championship. Or actually, he's going to take me to the championship.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, Brian, you have a question about the NFL's golden boy.
Yeah, Justin Herbert. So I have this team in one league, and I know nobody likes to hear about your team. But if you have Justin Herbert as your QB1 for fantasy and the trade deadline hasn't hit yet, would you consider trading for someone else, or do you feel strongly about him going into the playoffs? Based on your comments, boys, I might even offer the trade while we're on the air and see what can happen. So if you have the opportunity to get a CJ Stroud, let's say, would you look into that and trust him over Herbert going forward?
I'm not hesitating. I think I would absolutely. I mean, CJ Stroud has been a great fantasy quarterback option this year. He's been consistent. He hasn't really had those stinker games. Herbert is the king of the stinker. I mean, he's been all over the place this year. He's had his moments where he's had some really good football games, but this Chargers team is so inconsistent at the moment. And I honestly don't really want anything to do with them fantasy-wise other than Keenan Allen because he's just been a god this year. But other than that, I think Stroud is just an objectively better quarterback option right now than Herbert.
Jess?
I don't know. I'm not panicking. I think if you can, there's only like 6 or 7 guys that I would really feel confident about week in, week out above Justin Herbert. I wouldn't trade Justin Herbert for anybody's second best quarterback on their team. If this guy has CJ Stroud and Jalen Hurts, like I'm not trading Justin Herbert like a sideways trade or down for anything. And I think Justin Herbert still, despite the up and down year, he still averages right around 20 fantasy points a game. And as quarterbacks go, that's pretty money. And there's really not many other players with a higher ceiling. You know, the Chargers can't run to save their life. So, you know, if they score points, it's going to be through the air. So I would stick with Justin Herbert unless you're giving Justin Herbert and someone for Lamar Jackson or for Josh Allen, Joe Burrow, or not Joe Burrow anymore. But any of those guys. But if it's CJ Stroud, it's kind of a negligible trade to me at this point to give away strength at another position.
Yeah, it wouldn't be involving Herbert in the trade. It would be, you know, this guy needs a running back. It would be like a running back wide receiver for Stroud, something like that. Herbert's got Las Vegas, Buffalo, Denver is his playoff schedule. And Stroud gets Tennessee, Cleveland, Tennessee. So I think that's pretty negligible overall. But yeah, I might. What I'm thinking about offering is, and this is a league where you can have a wide receiver. Wide receivers and tight ends are the same position, so you don't need to play a tight end. But Jalen Warren and Sam Laporta for CJ Stroud. He has Devin Singletary starting at running back, and he's also got George Pickens starting at wide receiver. So I think as a starting point, I'm going to throw that out there and see what he does.
I don't know. I don't know about trading Laporta. I thought about putting Laporta on my must-start players list.
Yeah,
he's been outstanding this year. I don't know that. While I think Stroud is a better option than Herbert, I don't know that giving up Laporta is worth it to make that change.
Yeah, that's my worry. I mean, I have Olave, AJ Brown, Devontae Smith are my starting wide receivers. So Laporta isn't a tight end. He would be a wide, he'd be depth. Right. But okay, all right, we can move on. It's enough about me.
Yeah, enough about you, Brian. All right, let's play some Who He Play For. So we're gonna do, or actually, Who He Play For NFL edition. Let's go. We're starting with a running back who used to be pretty big on the fantasy scene. Who does Marlon Mack play for?
Oh God. I feel like I remember this. I remember he signed somewhere this offseason, then got hurt in the preseason. In my mind, I'm deciding between either the Cardinals or the Texans. I feel like it's one of those two. I'm gonna say it's the Houston Texans.
I was between the Texans and the Jaguars in my head, so I'll let you have Texans. Give me the Jaguars.
Jack, you're right on the money. He plays for the Cardinals. Marlon Mack, yeah, he was injured and is not playing this year, but he is on the Arizona Cardinals. All right, we're going with another player here. Where did he go to school? I think Penn State. Little Penn State alum, KJ Hamler. Who does he play for, Brian?
KJ Hamler, former member of the
Bronco.
trio in Denver.
Former Bronco.
Yeah. So part of me thinks he's still a Bronco, just like way deep, maybe even on the practice squad. And part of me thinks the Houston Texans. So I would imagine it would be too easy for him to be a Bronco. I'm going to say the Texans.
Well, if he ever left the Broncos, I was completely unaware of it. So either I just say the Broncos or I take a complete shot in the dark, and I have no idea where he could be.
Take the shot.
I think I'm just going to take the Broncos, and hopefully he's still there because I don't know where else he could be.
Brian, you had the right division. He is a Colt, an Indianapolis Colt somehow.
Everybody ends up in the AFC South eventually.
Yeah, it's where washed receivers go to die. All right. So actually, it's mostly the Titans, but that's they count too. All right, Mr. Short King Tariq Cohen still in the league.
He is.
These are including like practice squad and IRs and other stuff.
God. I feel like I remember seeing some sort of news about him, but I couldn't tell you where.
Because he opened up a diner somewhere, or like what?
I don't know. I doubt he's still on the Bears. He can't still be on the Bears.
Okay. He's not on the Bears still. They have 5 other running backs to worry about.
All right, I'm gonna take a bit of a shot. I'm feeling NFC South vibes. So
I was too.
I'm gonna go with the Tampa Bay Bucks.
Oh, that is exactly what I was going to guess.
Yeah.
Okay, so I will stick to the NFC South. I know he's not a Saint, but maybe he's hanging around on the Atlanta practice squad. So give me the Falcons.
Y'all are dancing around it. He's a Carolina Panther. He is in the NFC South. Come on, boys.
That's awesome.
You seriously think that he could be an Atlanta Falcon and Arthur Smith wouldn't have found a way to give him a goal line carry?
Anything but Bijan.
Yeah. He is. So he was he's a practice squad injured reserve for the Carolina Panthers. He has not played.
Wow. That was my second option. I was gonna go with that.
Well, let's see if you guys can get one right. DeAndre Carter.
Oh man. So he was a Raider, and he was a Charger at some point. I don't know in what order or when, and I don't know where he is now. Did he leave the Chargers? I don't know. I think I'm going to say the Chargers.
I think I know this one, and I think you were right on it. I think it's the Raiders.
Jack, you are allergic to the answer. It is the Raiders. Come on.
How many times can I be down to 2 and pick the wrong one?
Well, maybe one more because we got one left. So we'll see if you're right there again. Last one, Mike Boone, running back.
Oh, I think I might know this one. I think he's a Bronco.
Plus 2,000 odds that Jack names the right team but doesn't guess it.
I think he's.
Are you going with the Broncos?
Yeah, I'm going with the Broncos.
I really have no idea on Mike Boone, so I'm going to go deep on the Seahawks practice squad.
For once, Jack is not in the right division. He is a Houston Texan. At the end of their How many did you get right? It was more than Jack, no matter what you got. So
I got one.
I can't believe you said he was a Raider because DeAndre Carter was on the Chargers last year and went to the Raiders this year.
Oh my God. I thought it was reverse.
Raider, yeah.
I thought it was the reverse.
No, you probably would have seen him on the Chargers with all their injuries with Josh Palmer and Mike Williams and all those guys. So yeah, man, I couldn't believe Tariq Cohen was still here.
Yeah, I just had a clear memory of DeAndre Carter catching a ball in a Chargers jersey. I guess that was from a year ago, but I didn't think so. Oh my God.
I guess not. All right. Moving on. So Tyreek Hill is on pace to shatter the single season receiving yards record. Can you name the 10 players with the most receiving yards in a season in NFL history? His current high is 1710, Tyreek. That is good for 11. Everybody else, the top 10 is above him right now.
Is it 10 different guys?
It is 10 different guys.
Okay.
All right. I think I've got one. Cooper Kupp. Gotta be.
Cooper Kupp is second with 1947.
Mike Thomas.
I'm shocked that that's the first name out of your mouth, and it's correct. He's ninth with
I just knew that
1725.
year he had 149 receptions that he was over
Wow.
1710.
Yeah, that is ridiculous that that's the first name out of your mouth.
Yeah.
He'd be the tough one on here.
This is my last easy guess. Megatron.
Megatron number one, easy.
Yeah. Have to go with the best ever, Jerry Rice.
Jerry Rice, good for number 4.
All right. Well, I'm out of names that I know for sure are on there, so this should get interesting.
Already? Come on.
I'm gonna say Larry Fitz.
Larry Fitz did not make the cut.
No? Damn.
No, never had more than 1,600.
Huh.
What
about Randy Moss?
Oh, yeah.
Randy Moss also did not make the cut.
Really? Wow.
1,632 was his most.
Who else has had like incredible receiving seasons?
I would say there's definitely someone you should get.
I mean, so it's definitely. Did AB do it?
Of course, Antonio Brown,
AB
1,834 yards, good for 5th all time.
Justin Jefferson last year.
Justin Jefferson last year, 1,809, just behind AB.
Was Jamar Chase close to that last year?
No, Jamar Chase was not.
Julio Jones. I hate to say it. He's got to be up there.
Julio Jones, number 3, 1871.
Gross.
Oh, man. Who else could be on there? I'm going to go back a little bit. How about Michael Irvin?
No, Michael Irvin did not make it. 1,603 is his highest. We got 3 names left. So we have Calvin Johnson, Cooper Kupp, Julio Jones, Jerry Rice, Antonio Brown, Justin Jefferson are the top 6. And then you have Michael Thomas at number 9. So we're missing 7, 8, and 10.
What about one of the, I don't know if it's Isaac Bruce or Torrey Holt, but one of the greatest show on turf guys. So
Isaac
99
Bruce or Torrey Holt?
I'm gonna guess Isaac Bruce just because Torrey Holt was still a little young in his career at that point and probably didn't get as many yards.
You chose right. It is Isaac Bruce at number 7 with 1,781. Torrey Holt, 1,696 was his highest. So he is actually right behind Tyreek.
Right there. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, Isaac Bruce, good for number 7. You got 2 left.
This could be so wrong. I'm going to say Marvin Harrison.
Marvin Harrison, number 10.
Let's go.
Good job. All right. This last one is this is a long time ago. The last one is before 1970.
Brian?
I was born in 1977, just for the record.
I didn't think you were that old, but there's still a better chance. There's a better chance of you getting this than me.
It makes me think of the old AFL because the NFL wasn't a huge like passing league compared to the AFL. And when I think of the old AFL, I think like the Chargers because they're known for like Don Coryell's offense, blah, 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 which is probably not that impressive compared to today. But I can't think. Don Maynard? maybe, or was he a Jet?
No.
I
No,
forget.
they totally had a guy.
Yeah,
There's a name.
they had
All right,
people
I'll
with
give you a
names
hint.
that played
I'll give you a
receivers.
hint. This player's team is no longer a franchise in the NFL,
Oh,
What?
shoot.
but somebody
Um,
wears their jerseys still.
So an Oiler? Could that be like a?
Right.
I
Perhaps.
couldn't tell you who was
I
on the Oilers.
Come on, you don't know
if it's
one of the
before the
Houston.
70s, if it's before the 70s and it's not,
Well, he
I mean,
played from 60 to 66, so come on.
I mean, I was
Which is
born in
all before the
2003. This is
70s.
40 years before I was born.
Yeah.
Come on,
That's like
Jack.
World War One to Jack. I mean,
Well,
World War One is to me.
in 1961, Charlie Hannigan had 1,746 yards.
Am I meant to know who that is?
Read your history book, I guess.
What year? What year was it?
61.
I want to see what second place was.
In
that
1961?
Yeah. Hannigan had 17. Let's see.
Lionel Taylor.
1961.
Lionel
With
Taylor with
1100.
1,176.
Oh, well, Bill Groman had 1175.
Wow. What a year. 17
There were
touchdowns as well for Bill Groman.
There were 4 1,000-yard receivers that year. They only played 14 games too.
Wow.
But as I read this, I don't know. Don Maynard on here. I didn't name his name, but he only had 629 yards that year.
Yeah.
Only. Come on,
Which
man.
that was 12th. Like that wasn't a bad season. It just they didn't.
Don's got to step it up, man.
Damn it, he's in the Hall of Fame. Charlie Hennigan probably isn't.
Yeah, probably not. All right. Well, that was fun. We are going to move on. I got some Madden stuff for us to work through. So let me pull that up real quick.
By the way, yes or no, Tyreek, we talked about this Monday, but I need to confirm. Tyreek gets 2,000 yards. He's the MVP.
I would think so. I mean,
Yeah.
well, I'm not going to say I think that's what will happen. I think that's what should happen.
Even if he's a 17, even though he would be a 17 game, 2,000 yards.
No, I think it's more likely that they just give it to a quarterback, but I think it should be Tyreek if that happens.
Yeah. We'll see.
All right. Well, so we got, actually, I'm going to put Brian up here. All right. So which player has a higher overall in Madden 24? We're going to play stategories. So we're going to do it on here. You'll see it on the screen at the same time. And maybe we'll go, Brian, you choose, and then Jack choose, and you'll have to rely on each other to get as high as we possibly can.
Right.
Anyone in the chat can feel free to play as well. So let's get right after it. So first off, Justin Fields or Juju Smith-Schuster? That's actually closer than you'd think.
So I just guess which one I think is higher?
Yeah.
Justin Fields. Just because it would be embarrassing if it's Juju, because he has been a shell of himself. He has no legs left, and
What?
And it is Juju, 82 to 76.
How is he an 82?
He should not.
I have no
still be
idea
an
how he's an
82.
82.
That is criminal.
Well, you got a high score of 0. Congratulations. Oh, Anna wants me to watch an ad? Wow.
Oh, that's nice.
Love watching ads. Psych. All right. Jack, let's see if you can do any better than 0. All right. This is the game for the first one.
Yeah, if it's not Stephon Gilmore, I don't even know.
You don't think Bailey Zappi's got a chance? 91.
How close was the Justin Fields one?
76 to 82.
76, 82. All right. I'm going to stay with Gilmore. Mechie's good. He's not a 91.
Yeah, he's not a 91. 74. Not bad.
Who?
Yeah, I've never heard
Johnson.
of that guy.
Who?
Who he play for? You get double points if you can say who he plays for.
By the way, actually, an updated Madden rating. Juju is a 77 with his updated rating, and Justin Fields is a 75. So he's still higher.
Oh my god,
That's a travesty.
I have no idea who Najee Johnson is, so I'm gonna go with John Mechie.
Yeah, 65. Yikes. All right, this is a lot for you, Brian.
Nice. As Darius Slay can look bad at times, but he's not worse than Najee Johnson.
That's a questionable first name. Nazi. Anyway, Darius Slay or Kalen Barnes.
You just ruined Najee Johnson for me forever now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got to be big play Slay, right?
Gotta be. Oh, he's even lower than Najee Johnson.
Ooh. Look, you're talking about a top 10 fantasy quarterback, okay? He's got to at least be a 70. Oh!
He's a 66. He's barely higher. Wow.
God. I mean, because Madden's stupid, it's probably Gesicki.
Yeah, his gritty rating probably
Yeah, right?
bumps him up to an 82 or something. 81.
No, not bad. Give me
This is a
Saquon, please.
big decision here, Brian.
Yeah.
93 for Mr. Barkley.
Oh.
Ooh.
Oh, I don't know what to do here.
Is this pulling from the current Madden rating, or
I think this is what it was at the start of the year. Because the
Oh.
Juju one was definitely not.
Oh, yeah, right.
This is very interesting. I'm gonna say Saquon is higher.
Yeah, Justin Herbert's not over a 90, just quite yet. This is Brian in his fantasy league. Like, should I start Justin Herbert or is Davis?
You know what?
Mills
I'm seriously thinking about being smart and starting Davis Mills. No, give me Justin Herbert.
All right, we're getting up there. It's supposed to get harder the farther we go. Owen Pappo.
What?
I actually, believe it or not, I actually know who that is, but he's a rookie, linebacker. And what is that? Mills is 67.
Yeah.
Dude, I don't think they give him more respect as a rookie. Oh my god.
No, this is one of the guys you draft, and then he ends up being a 56 or whatever.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna say Davis Mills, but I feel like Papo could be like a 68 and screw us.
Woo! 66. Very close.
Oh, big. Give me David Bakhtiari, please. He's a 75 at least.
He's an 80.
90.
Yeah, 90.
I mean, if you could stay on the field, he'd be a little higher.
Oh,
There you go.
Yeah, a tough decision here. Yeah, definitely.
Garrett Stidham. All right, we're getting up there. Let's see if we can get to 20. Jonathan Allen.
Okay, give me Jonathan Allen. Thank you very much.
Too many softballs here.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Madden
you know that Terry
loves
McLaurin. Yeah.
Madden does love Terry, but I feel like Terry's like a 90. So I'm going to say Jonathan Allen.
Oh, they're the same. Wow. Ty goes
Oh, speaking of 90, give me Terry McLaurin.
What, is that the amount of interceptions Desmond Ritter's going to have?
Wow. Look, he plays for a first-place team. You can't argue with that.
Yep.
Can't argue with that. But he is a 70, so.
Sad.
Oh, big Q.
There's another layup. Give me Quinnen.
Big Q. It's too easy. Ooh, that could be close.
I don't have any idea what Joel Bitonio's rating should be or is. I'm guessing it's less than 93, though. Give me Quinnen.
I feel like it's probably high 80, but not quite there. 92.
Oh.
Oh.
Wait.
Well,
how was that wrong?
One.
Oh,
you clicked the wrong one.
No.
Oh my god.
I sold. I was looking at him and I clicked him.
Oh.
Heartbreaker.
Brutal. We were on a roll too.
I know.
Well, maybe freaking ad. No way. I wonder if we can get back up to that height pretty quickly.
All right, let's do fast.
Yeah, speed round.
All right, Max Crosby, you're going. CD. Oh, Max Crosby.
Nice.
CD. Jeff Driscoll, you're not quite.
It's amazing.
Rondell Moore, easy.
Is he an 80? Damn.
We know Juju's higher.
Yeah.
For some reason, 82. Juju again.
Yeah.
Joshy, cover boy.
Josh Allen.
Josh Allen. Josh Allen.
Josh.
Did you really just almost pick Zay? Oh. Oh. I think Ertz will be
I
high.
think
I
it's
think it'd be
Flowers.
Ertz.
Huh?
I think Ertz as well.
Nice.
If that's the start of the year, Tyreek
Tyreek,
Hill.
very nice.
98, Jesus.
You love to see it.
Hey, the Dolphins.
Hey, this is why he's the MVP right here.
Yeah. DeMarcus Robinson. I didn't even know he was still around.
I learned he was on the Rams this past weekend because he got a touchdown.
I thought he was on the Ravens.
Yeah, I literally learned this weekend that he's on the Rams.
Gotta be. Wow, ETN's only one rating higher than Knox.
Nice. Wow.
All right, we're right back up to where we were supposed to be. So
Here we
Micah
go.
Parsons.
Here we go.
All right.
We're cooking now.
We're back at 17. All right.
Oh, we're cooking now.
Micah Parsons, easy.
It's too easy.
Nelson Aguilar or
Ooh.
Isaiah Rodgers?
Is that a 79 on Rodgers?
What is he? 78?
79.
Yeah, I think it's got to be Rodgers.
Is Aguilar above an 80?
No chance. No chance.
I don't think so.
He's
If
probably a
Juju is, I'm
75.
scared, but I don't think Aguilar is higher than Juju because they're on the
No
same
chance.
team. So they.
I would be stunned if Aguilar was higher than that.
Wow, they're the
Three.
same. Wow. Trent
Okay, it's gotta
Irwin.
be
Hey, he had some,
Big Trent should be bigger, but
he had some big catches the other night.
Okay.
Reddick.
Here we go. Gotta love a layup.
Cole Kmet.
Our boy Cole Kmet.
Not
PTR
yet.
celebrity.
Not yet. Got to be Reddick.
Oh.
Swiss Army knife. Taysom Hill. What do you think, Brian?
I think because his quarterback ratings are so low, he can't be a 70, whatever that is. But yeah, I think he's lower.
Yeah, I agree.
His
I think
speed
he's
is
like a
probably
70.
98, but
Yeah, it's got to be Cole.
Wow, they got him at a 69.
Nice.
Oh,
No,
Traquan
God.
Smith.
Traquan Smith should be a 51.
I feel like
if I'm
Traquan
being
Smith
honest.
is still higher. I think Madden's
Yeah,
done.
no, I think he is. I think he's like a
70 or
74.
I haven't even seen him play, but let's see. 75. Wow,
Yeah.
he's higher than Justin Fields.
Okay,
Frank
Frank
Ragnow.
Ragnow. That should be easy.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely Frank Ragnow.
Keenan.
Oh.
I
Okay,
think
wait,
Keenan's-
Ragnow's an 88.
Well, preseason, though. Preseason, he might not have been as highly rated. What is that, 86?
No.
88.
88. Ooh.
I think Keenan is
I'm
either
gonna
an
say-
87 or an 89. He's one of those two, so it's right there.
I'm going to say Frank.
I think
Jack,
I'm going to
what do
say
you think?
Keenan. I think Keenan was like an 89. I think
All
Keenan
right,
might
then
be
it's
like
all
one
up to
ahead.
Jesse. No pressure.
I think it's Keenan as well. I think he's an 89. Oh, 89 on the money.
Slay was in the 90s. Huh?
All right, Slay was higher, right? He was 92, I think. something
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
that. Which is crazy because I think if I didn't know that, I might have picked Keenan.
Definitely Slay.
CJ Stroud or Quez Watkins. They have CJ at a 73 here, which was preseason.
Yeah.
Oh. I think Quez might
I
be
think
higher
Quez
than
is
that.
like a 74, 75.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what I was going to say, 74.
Oh, if Zach were here, he could tell us. Quez, 75. This thing never ends.
That's disgusting.
Dexter Lawrence.
Dexter Lawrence for sure. He's a stud, dude. I love Dexter Lawrence.
Tyler
Definitely
Boyd.
Dexter.
Oh, Brian, you're blurry.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah.
82 for
Oh.
Tyler Boyd or Levante David. Is he still up there?
No, absolutely. He's higher than that.
91. Wow.
Damn.
Yeah.
Or Gino.
They
Levante.
wrote me off.
I ain't right back, though. Ooh, Richie James.
Yeah. No, Gino. Definitely Gino.
Yeah, I don't think Richie James is quite that high now. He's 76.
Yeah. What are we at now?
34.
Oh, we doubled it. Good deal.
Yeah, let's go. Brees.
Brees
Keep it
Hall.
rolling.
82. Come on, game. Give us some hard ones.
Yeah, closer than you
Actually,
thought.
that could be somewhat close.
Isaiah Hodgins is not an 83.
Nah, he's not. But
No chance.
77.
Yeah.
Cam Hayward. Is he still like that?
Absolutely.
Madden loves their bets. 93?
Yeah, absolutely.
Is Hayden Hurst that good?
Hayden Hurst.
Never a doubt.
All right, I make sure I'm not misclicking this time.
Yeah, seriously.
Scotty.
Ooh. I would say it's Hayden.
Scotty's
80.
lower than 80.
Yeah, it's got to be Hayden Hurst then.
Yeah, easy peasy.
Scotty.
We're on a roll here,
right.
Quinnen.
Another layup.
Quinnen. Yeah, I love me some Tyler Lockett. 80, and he's high.
89?
Ooh, I think it's
T.
Tunsil. I think he's a 90.
I kind of think it's Tunsil too.
Let's run it. Whoa! 95.
Oh,
That
here
could
you
be
go, a
interesting.
Patriot.
I don't think he's higher than Tunsil.
I think Judon is high 80, low 90, but he's not above a 95.
Yeah, he's not 95.
89, yeah.
Yeah.
They got Cooper Kupp super high.
They've gotta have
Yeah,
Cooper
yeah,
higher.
before the
96
season.
or something? Yeah, 96.
That's before Jack injured him at training camp.
If this was based on this
or
year,
we knew that.
if this was based on this year, Cortland Sutton should be higher.
Yeah, I agree.
82. Wow. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Layups. Good luck.
When are we gonna get it? We're gonna have to go in 5 minutes.
Yeah, we got a couple minutes.
CJ Henderson.
Too easy out here. Too easy.
All right. I want you to guess: is the over under here more than 20 overalls higher for Pat Surtain from a 7?
No. I think he's like a 90. I 90 or 91.
More. 94.
Wow.
That boy is high.
Look at you setting. You set the over under perfectly, like you work at Vegas or something.
Yeah.
Ooh, this is a good one.
Dotson.
He had
I
a
think
lot
it's
of press preseason.
I think it's Dotson.
Chanel. Who does he play for now? The Jags still or
Carolina? No, Carolina,
Panthers.
right?
It says
is
it right
Matthew
there.
Stafford better than a 75? Oh yeah, it does.
Definitely. He has to be.
Yeah, he's better.
He's the same. Wow. Ty goes to the
What
winner.
is Madden on?
TJ.
Oh my
DJ 94. All right. We're gonna set the line for this one. Marquise Goodwin. Is he I'm gonna set it same thing. 20 overalls lower than TJ Watt.
I think he's lower than that. I think he's like a 72 or 73.
No, I think it's higher.
Marquise Goodwin has like 97 speed, and that alone gives you a decent rating, but not that decent. 76.
Yeah.
Ryan,
All right.
good call.
There you go.
Wow. All right. Come on, game. Give us a hard one.
Great
come
content,
on.
by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. It's riveting.
I thought 17 was hard. 55.
Oh my god! What
I
is
think Myles Garrett's at least a 77.
Yeah, at least. Allen Robinson, maybe
this
8
is
years ago.
ridiculous. I don't think he even was.
I don't
8
even
years
want to
ago.
keep playing, but I feel like I'm locked into this now.
Yeah, I mean we can't not.
Got to find a hard one at some point. Joey Bosa. Oh, okay. There we go.
Okay. I think it's Bosa. I don't think Pollard's that high.
Yeah, I think Pollard's high 80s.
Ooh, we will not be taking a hiatus from this game because he is in the
Pollard.
He's better than
Gotta
Ritter.
be Pollard.
this guy again.
Not saying much. But,
This guy again? Come on. Oh my god.
oh my.
This
Give
is
me
just-
Desmond Ritter any time.
Oh my. Oh my.
this is just- can we get ones within 12 ratings of each other? Oh my god. Justin Simmons, what, 94, 92?
Yeah.
Drew Lock, mugshot.
This is ridiculous. Do we like turn it to easy mode or
All
something?
right.
Oh. Who the hell is Tony
For
Brown?
all the marbles.
I'm going
I
Tony
have
Brown
no
on this.
idea who that is. I think he might be even worse.
How can you be
Think he's
worse
a
than a
62?
64?
Who is Tony Brown?
I don't
Colts
know. I
legend.
find it hard to
Have
believe that a guy could be a 63 in Madden. That's just
either of you guys heard of Tony Brown?
No.
no, but that's just because
Troy
there's so
Brown.
many guys named Brown in the NFL that it's hard to keep track of.
I've literally never heard of this guy.
I'd still going
I-
higher
I-
than 64.
I think it's lower.
I think he's
upwards of
higher than a
62.
64.
All right, well, I'm outvoted, but I think this is the end of our run.
Bang! 69. Oh, this is actually close because Ritter starts for the Falcons and he's 70.
Yeah, he's a 70. You got
I
to
kind of think Heineke's like a 68.
Yeah, you got to go Tony Brown.
Tony Brown,
Lock it in.
baby. 68 on the money.
Tony!
All right, I got to go. I got to
All
go.
right, yeah, I gotta go too, but
Yeah,
I'm just gonna click as fast as I can here until
we're just too easy. It's too easy.
you know what? I guess we're just never gonna end this episode then.
Just
It's
pick
never ending.
Kendrick.
Yeah, I think we got to be like Cal Ripken and intentionally end the streak.
Jared Goff.
Yeah,
As
it's the only,
riveting
it's
as
the
this
only
may
way.
have been.
Look, we already know we're the GOAT. We just got to go out on top, intentionally end the streak. Take a page out of Cal Ripken's book.
There it is.
There it is. There it is.
72.
72, not bad.
Final score, not bad for our second try. That's all for today. This has been Pass the Rock. We went a little overtime, but thanks for hanging out with us. We'll be back this Friday with our Madden Invitational. We have $1,000 on the line with a bunch of Madden creators and streamers playing head-to-head live at 7 p.m. We're giving away a bunch of stuff, a PS5, an Xbox, an Oculus, giving away some tickets, some gift cards, all there. So starting tomorrow night, actually, the first night of Hanukkah, we got some streams of Madden on Friday. You'll see Pass the Rock back here on Monday. Lots of giveaways going on all week. So thanks for hanging with us, and we will see you on Friday.